Hello there. Welcome back to Missing Out Mondays, where we tell you what we're into. Start your week off right. I'm sorry, Jay.
I'm Lex Michael.
Lex Michael, we did a cool thing recently, didn't we?
We actually spent time with each other outside of the confines of our recording environment.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What did we do?
We went to the book signing of Sons of Chaos with Chris Jaymes. You might remember us talking about Sons of Chaos with Chris Jaymes a few weeks ago. And he was nice enough, as you heard, to invite everyone out to a signing at Book Soup. And so ya boys decided to go out and say what's up, yo. And so it was really cool. This was my first time at Book Soup. Have you ever been there?
I have not, and I gotta tell you, I fell in love with that store very quickly. I love bookstores, and bookstores are very unfortunately going away in greater and greater numbers.
Yeah.
And most of the ones you can find now, it's all kind of Barnes & Noble, right? Like the last big chain bookstore. And by the way, not knocking Barnes & Noble. All bookstores are good bookstores, unless it's like an evil Nazi bookstore. That's bad. But most of the bookstores you're going to encounter, good stores. You should support them.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a non-chain independent bookstore. There are so few of those left.
Yeah.
And to see a functioning independent bookstore that the shelves were stocked. Like, we spent a while at this place just walking up and down the aisles, and me going like, oh, I've read that. Oh, I want to read that. Oh, that looks interesting. Can I live here? Can I live? Like, it's a good thing I don't have a greater amount of disposable income than I do, because it would all have gone towards just buying up but more books than I could possibly read in this life.
Right.
But I really support bookstores. We need them. They're going away. That will be awful. Like, the day there are no more bookstores will be a truly, truly awful day.
Oh. Yeah, it was nice. Like, they had a huge like media section in terms of like books related to the media that you consume. So like the psychology of Black Mirror and like biographies of different media creators and things of that sort. They had a pretty big like comics, graphic novel section, also a very large nonfiction section, which was pretty dope.
Yes.
And also like the venue was nice. Like it was conducive to the signing process. Like their shelves allowed people to form a line, which was nice. But also, I think what I really enjoyed about the signing was that there were these two kids who like cosplayed as characters from the book.
Yeah, which was kind of wild to see. A book that was just then coming out. They already had cosplayers.
Yeah, and their cosplay was really good.
They were on point.
Yeah, and they were literally the two sons of chaos. You had Mukhtar, who was the son of the manipulative Ali Pasha, and then you had Marcos, who was a little shorter, because I assume that they were older and younger brothers.
Right.
But it was great. Also, I really liked hearing Chris talk about the creation of the book, and we got to meet... if you remember from the Sons of Chaos episode, he was talking about this guy who knew who was trying to push him to create the story, and we got to meet him. His name was Nick, and he was very excited to share his perspective on it, and really like very passionate about the project, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah, I'm mostly just glad that he liked the episode we did.
Yes, he was. It was nice that he apparently listened to our episode, and he liked that we had actually consumed the product, and felt that we had done an in-depth review of it, which I thought was really cool.
Yes.
But like
good rule of thumb, and apparently this is not as common knowledge as I would have thought. Good rule of thumb is if you're going to talk to somebody about something they wrote or made, you should probably read the thing or watch the thing ahead of time.
Yeah.
You'd think everybody knows that. You'd think, and yet, ellipses.
It was really nice meeting that guy. Like he is as big of a personality as Chris made him out to be.
Yeah, very much so.
And on the other side of that, like Chris himself was such a humble, like self-deprecating dude.
Yeah.
So like even in talking about his book, like he he was just like making jokes about him presenting it, and he just wanted people to experience it. So he went as far as to like, he talked to the bookshop and got a discounted rate for people who wanted to buy it and get it signed, which I thought was really cool. And they did a reading, which Lex, we were
talking ahead of time.
Worked.
Yeah, how do you do? It's one thing if you've got a prose book, you can read passages, but I wasn't sure how a book event for a graphic novel would function, because you could describe the images, but obviously in graphic novels, the art is 50% of the experience. And I guess you could hold it up. You could throw up images on a screen that you bring in or something. But I was like, okay, how is that going to function? Especially when a lot of the book is these big kind of epic battle sequences. And I thought he found a really cute way to do it, which is essentially he had a friend, an audience member, put on the big sort of big mask, the like giant pointy Mukhtar mask.
Yeah. And
they essentially read onomatopoeia from the battle. So just bangs and clangs and things like that, which I thought was super fun and super funny. I had a really good time doing that. And obviously, we dug that book a whole bunch. We talked about it for a whole hour, but go support that bookstore.
I mean, make sure to go to Book Soup. But also Chris is I would say he's doing like a national tour. Like he's going a lot of different places. So I would say go to chrisjaymes.com to like figure out where he's going to be next, so you can, enjoy the same kind of signing experience that we did. So it's not just LA. We're not just LA elites going to our book signings. You too can go to a book signing with Chris Jaymes.
But also check the book out too, and you can go back and listen to our conversation with him, which I thought was a lot of fun, and he had a lot of really fascinating things to say about the process of sort of conceiving and birthing this project. So obviously, yes, check that out.
Yeah.
Can't plug someone else without plugging ourselves.
Hell yeah. Listen to our shit, fuckers. But yeah, I mean, so that's kind of what we were up to this week. And that's what we were into, baby. But what were you into, guys? Make sure that you hit us up on Missing Outcast. That's on Twitter and Instagram. That's MISSINGOUTCAST. And you can also hit us up on our personal social media. What's yours, Lex Michael?
I am on Twitter and Instagram at @TheLexMichael.
And I'm at Tari J. TAURIJAY, baby. Stop giving me that face. I'm just serenading the audience. Ooh, what are you into? Tell me what you're into, baby. Yum,
it's
yum,
the way
yum.
You're moving your torso that makes this really uncomfortable.
They can't see it.
I can.
Yeah. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Every now and then I make you little uncomfortable until you close your eyes.
This didn't even fit the meter.
Oh, man. But yeah, also join us tomorrow for our 100th episode.
Wild.
We're going to be talking about podcasting, how we got into it. We're going to be talking about the things that we love about it. We're going to be talking about like how one might start their own. We're really going to be doing a big old retrospective on this podcast that we spent our last 2 years putting together.
So that's wild. It's a wild thing to think about.
I mean, it's cool. And I hope that we are able to convey how grateful we are to those who have stuck around with us for these 100 episodes. That's you guys, the people who we do this show for, the ones that we want to share our experiences with and really want to help build. And in doing so, we build ourselves up for this retrospective that's introspective.
Yeah. And if we don't convey that gratitude properly tomorrow, just know we feel it.
Right.
Just know that in our hearts, we're like everybody from the Marvel Studios Comic-Con panel this year, where it felt like every third person was contractually obligated to say, we couldn't have done it without all of you. That's what we're feeling that truly in our hearts. And like all facetiousness aside, like,
right.
Yes, we love you. Thank you.
Yeah. And as I will probably say tomorrow, we'll do our best not to make it too navel gazy. That's the word I'm looking for. So yeah, we really hope to talk to you tomorrow. Please join us. I think it'll be a really informative but also fun show.
Hopefully.
I think so.
Hopefully you don't feel dumber and sadder for having heard it.
I trust myself. So don't ruin it, Lex. I trust myself. Do you trust yourself?
That'd be a spoiler.
Ooh. All right. So we will see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Enjoy your Monday. Bye.